minute.
No worries.
Okay. Were you, Sam, were you good otherwise with everything, or still?
What?
Were you good?
Sorry, I was gone for a second.
Yeah, were you good with everything else, you think?
I think the only thing missing is the gold, I guess.
Yeah. So the final choice, real quick, you either can take 600 extra starting gold, or choose an uncommon magical item, or roll for a random rare magical item.
You know what? Since I've been kind of rolling for everything, I think, yeah, I roll for a rare magical item.
Okay, doke. If you could just roll a D100 then in the Roll20 chat, and I'll let you know what you've won.
D100.
How's everybody else doing? And anything?
I got, yep.
So let me just get my chart ready. We'll do introductions in a second, so don't worry about that. $416. So I'm flipping through a big book right now, trying to get to the thing.
That's fine.
Okay. This.
Does your keyboard have its own microphone?
Yeah, shut up. I know my keyboard's very loud. I could get a quieter keyboard. It's fine. I'm just typing. Sorry. All right. I sent along the thing. Your choices there, Sam. Just let me know, and I'll get an item page up for both of you as soon as possible. But at least try to give you a quick rundown of the abilities and everything for it. But I can also give you some lore and background to the items as well. Okay. How's everybody doing?
Good. Good. How about yourself?
Not too bad. It's been an interesting week.
Yeah.
All right. So what I figured we could do, since we have 2 new players, which might surprise some of you, but that's fine, is we could start with kind of just a basic introduction, just so everyone can get to know each other. I know you both are probably familiar, at least with Sunny, but since you talked to him already. But if everyone could just give a quick rundown, who they are and who their character is, just so everyone has a sense of that. We can just start from the top, if that's fine, Aaron.
All right. I am Aaron. I play August. August is a brute looking out for money, pretty much. He'll do anything as long as it pays well. That's it.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, John.
Yeah, so I'm John. I'm not new to D&D, but new to this table, obviously. I'm going to be playing a wood elf named Ian, and he's a druid.
This is a very elf-centric party.
It really is.
Elves everywhere. I like it. You're exploring elven ruins, so it makes sense. Okay, Sam.
So I play Devona. Hola. So I said I play Devona. She's a half elf paladin, and I don't know what else should I say.
Anything about the character or anything, if you have any that?
I guess she's pretty set on like killing evil things.
Fair enough. Okay, Connor.
Hi, I'm Connor. And my character is also a wood elf named Starlin. He is a monk, and is kind of just up for whatever. Has just been rolling around for a while, and is currently doing this thing with the Orthan Republic.
Okay, and then Sunny.
Hi, I'm Sunny, and this is my 21st or 22nd week playing D&D.
This isn't a fucking AA meeting, Sunny.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, so
That's right. It's been 18 months since I last saw daylight.
I'm dying here. I play Oof the Goof, and I think I talked about Oof last night to both of you. Young guy, naive, falls in love with everyone. Anthropologist. What I didn't mention, both of my parents were kidnapped from me essentially when I was young, so I'm on a quest to find them.
Don't forget about Papa.
Oh yeah, Papa, and there's Papa, but I haven't seen him in a couple weeks, so
That's true.
That is very true. Okay. So two things I wanted to hit. I think first, I did give both of you a quick rundown of what was happening, but if someone could give a brief recap of last session for everybody.
Yeah. So going back to last session, where was it 2 weeks ago now? Yes. So we just beaten the room full of white that was all iced over, and we sort of went through there. So we're in this ruined city. Sorry, yeah, go back a bit more for context. So we're in this ruined city, exploring it as part of a mission we've been sent on to sort of find a night hag who'd been eating our human friends' dreams. Ended up coming to this ruined city, wandering around, kind of just poking our noses in various buildings. The place we were in, we most recently we were in this strange. I think it was under the church still, and we fought some undead. We went through like various rooms that our wizard friend had to keep zapping open with magic, or shrinking the doors. We had basically just got very confused and didn't really figure out anything important, I think, about that place, other than that there were some petrified people that we didn't help, even though we probably could have. And there was a slightly strange fight with a golem that I could do absolutely nothing against at all, so I just sat there and cheered on the sidelines.
It was a very odd fight.
Yeah, I think only 2 people could actually hurt it, so that was really weird. But yeah, we found some interesting stuff. A big shield, a gnomish book on warfare, siege warfare specifically. Kind of weird, but fun. Oh yeah, we also found a cool magic item, which I think we said Sunny probably won. I think Oof for Oof, or was it for August? It's
Was it
you have
the mask?
the mask, yeah. If you once you
Yeah.
put it on, you cannot see at all, and you have to wear it for a week to attune to it.
Yeah, I
But
think
it gives you all sorts of cool vision stuff when you actually attune to it.
Yeah, it's in my inventory, so I think y'all gave that to me as well as
right.
the
It was for one of the
tower
2
shield.
humans.
Yeah.
Then yes, we found this petrified people, and there was this weird thing in the ground, a bowl that we filled with like orange liquid that didn't seem to go anywhere. I think we clearly missed a step important in that. We didn't figure it out. But we did make our way outside. It started snowing. For reference for the new people, we're in sort of the tropics region, so it's not supposed to snow here. Which meant that the Wendigo that we fought earlier, that has developed a taste for me, has come back. So we're currently inside a building trying to lure the Wendigo inside. It is clearly like outside and not cooperating with us at all. But we haven't actually seen it. The bird keeps flying around, and it's currently knocking on the door. Except it's not really there when you look out the side, look at the door. So yeah, so we are currently holed up going, Wendigo come inside to fight us, and the Wendigo's going. And that's pretty much where we finished.
The Wendigo just keeps ding dong ditching us.
Does that sound about right to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty much just you all. Aaron. But yeah. So the second thing, before we get started here. It's a little slow today, but I'm just transitioning with some new members and all that. Was just kind of a brief reason why you might be heading towards these ruins. Your characters, John and Sam.
So I think mine is kind of pretty easy since I like hunting things, evil things. So maybe I've heard about the unusual happening and decided to investigate and maybe hunt me some bad creature, I guess.
Fair enough. And John?
Yeah, so Kian, part of his kind of like thing is that he is in pursuit to find like kind of this hidden secret that afflicting him. It's a very personal goal. So it sounds like these ruins potentially might hold answers. Obviously, it's kind of a little bit of a stretch for him to find information there, but he spent his whole long life looking for answers, so he's starting to run out of places to look. So I could easily see him kind of like just wandering in here, just hoping to find some shred of knowledge that'll help him out.
Okay. That seems fairly reasonable. And with that, we can get going. Okay, I'll move everybody over to here. All right. Yeah, and then Sunny, Aaron, and Connor, you can put your tokens on this map if you would like.
Is there any particular building that we're in?
Any of them would be fine. But I was thinking you're probably in like probably something like this building here.
That makes sense because I think we went down a side passage, didn't we? So that. Right.
I might not.
you might not. Okay.
There we go.
Well, you guys left me to die against this thing once before, so like that would, be consistent at least if you just didn't bother fighting it again.
It's not our fault. It was tricky.
Okay, so okay, so yeah, when we had left off, you were all holed up inside of this building, and there was, like I said, pretty much a raging blizzard going outside. You had a fight with a raven. That's where we currently are. You're all holed up on the second floor.
That's right. I threw a kunai into the raven, and it didn't do what it should have, which didn't die. So it's not a normal raven. I read my book today as well, didn't I?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Still immortal. Is it still knocking on the door?
Every minute or so, you hear a bang, bang on the door below. Yes, on the first floor.
Okay. So my thinking is probably that I should go outside because it's obviously not going to come in on its own free will. Not like outside all the way, but literally just like outside the door a step or two, and see what happens. And then if you guys see it coming, you can just unload into it.
All right.
Please note, as we discovered last time, I will not scream for help if something goes wrong. I will be exactly where I said I was going to be, and I will not move from that spot. So if you hear me screaming for help, it's not me.
All right.
Okay. So, which side of the building is the door here? Sorry.
Towards the street.
Okay, so I will go downstairs again. The door was boarded up, so I'll go through the window that we came through, and stand in front of the front door, and just sort of look up to where the window is, where we were leaning out to look down, and just sort of give the thumbs up.
Okay.
And then start looking around for big, nasty Wendigos.
It is, like I said, pretty much a raging blizzard. Yeah. But yeah.
Still nobody at the front door want to get out of there,
there's no one at the front door. No.
I'll shout and I'll go, Did you get our note? Into
the blizzard does not respond. Are you just going to continue to stand there?
For like a minute or two, not for too long. I'm not going more than 10 feet from the door, so that my friends can still see me. So they know exactly where I am. There's definitely no sign of.
But yes, like I said, there's pretty much a raging blizzard going on. You make a perception check.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, wow.
Pretty good. You get the sense, you can't see anything right now, but you get the sense that there are at least, you can hear footsteps in the snow crunching, and that there must be at least 3 or 4 figures, people with you out here.
Can I tell like a direction?
Most of it seems to be coming from the east.
Coming from where? Sorry, the east.
The east, yeah.
Yeah.
At the crossroads.
Okay, I'm gonna take my kunai out and ban 3 of them. Is that too many? No, there's too many. So I'm gonna fan 2 of them out, and I'm gonna throw them in the direction I think one of the figures is standing in the snow.
Okay. You can make an attack roll with disadvantage.
2. Oh.
As you throw out, you obviously can't see it, but you don't think you hit anything.
Hit range. Thing. I'm going to shout up to whoever's poking their head out the window to look down. Any ideas?
Oh, not really.
Can I? Is Alice actually with us, or are we treating her as though she's not really there?
She's there, but only in a limited capacity right now.
Because I want to ask her, can she shout out to her? Can you drop a fireball like right there for me?
I dropped a fireball. Okay. Let me look at her. If she even has, she does not have that spell prepared.
Okay, never mind then. It was worth that. Right, in that case, running out of options. So I think this is pretty much the only thing I can do is just sort of sit there and
Going with the bagpipes again.
it seemed to annoy it the last time. So
What is I try? Okay.
I
As
have
you
returned.
to the bagpipes, yes. How long would you say you'd be are willing to play them?
to the point at which I would start to get cold enough that I'd take damage, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I get like cold, before I actually like do myself any harm, I'd come in.
All right. Yeah. So after about I would say about a minute or so of doing this, you see, well, you don't see for very long, but 3 spears come out of the blizzard in your direction.
Shit. Okay. All 3 of those miss. Actually, can I do that? What's it? No. Okay. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah. All 3 of those miss. I don't even stop playing. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Spears. As soon as they do come out, can I throw some more knives in the direction they came from?
Yes.
Now that I've hopefully got a bit of a better idea of where they are. That should have been with disadvantage. Sorry. That's 15 and 12.
They both met still. You hear no sounds of connect.
Okay. I'll put the bagpipes away and be like, come on then. Come on, I know you're here. Let's do this. Oof, can you see anything that you've got a shot on?
I don't know. Can I see anything?
You can see Sarlin below you, although his figure is slightly blurred in the blizzard. Beyond that, though, you can see very little.
Oh, well, I see a blurry figure, but I don't know what it is.
That's me, Oof.
Oh, yeah. Nope. Sorry, can't help.
Well, clearly the bagpipes provoked it. But I'm not a huge fan of the idea of me standing here letting it throw spears. Although it didn't have spears last time. So maybe this is like, does it have friends? Do you guys want to give it a go? Have a go at coming out and finding it? It seems to be like just over down the road a little bit. So,
If we're charging it, I'm fine with that.
Oh, boys, I don't know. I mean, I guess we can.
okay then, let's go.
Okay. Around the same time, okay. So is it Devona and Siam?
Kian.
Kian, thank you. And is Devona correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are both in these ruins for very different reasons. You're not crossed each other yet, although you probably have encountered, whether avoiding or fighting, quite a few undead seem to be roaming the ruins. In particular, there seems to be quite a few of
Sorry,
ghouls.
Sonny, can you go on push to talk? Because
Yeah, it's a noisy.
It's a bit
Oh.
noisy, yeah.
We find a button here.
Okay, but you've been fighting or seen quite a few ghouls, gas, whites even seem to be roaming around the room. After some time, you probably have both noticed. It's a little hard to miss. You are in a fairly warm area. It's probably around easily 70 or so degrees out. But you both noticed there seems to be a roaming lizard that seems to be moving through the ruin. Currently, it is stopped, though, over a northern part of the city. And there just seems to be, like I said, a fairly abnormal random snowstorm going on there. What would you like to do?
I guess I would head that way to the northern part of the city.
Okay.
I'll probably creep towards it as well, trying to do my best. Like, I don't know what it is, and especially if it's moving, I probably think it's some kind of magic. So I'll just kind of stealthily make my way there as best I can.
I mean, you probably can both determine just through common knowledge that this has to probably be some kind of magical, and like some kind of magical entity or magical presence, considering snowstorms generally don't happen when it's about 70 degrees outside.
Right.
How big is the snowstorm actually? Like, is it like 10 feet or like 30 feet or like?
It seems to radiate out in a couple 100 feet direction either way.
Oh, so it's really big. Okay.
Yeah. As you are both approaching it, you can kind of see but when you initially get to it, it is very light snow. Hardly noticeable even. When you first reach kind of the outskirts of where it's starting, it's kind of hard to detect that it's even started to snow. Besides, there is a slight temperature drop.
Right. Personally, I wouldn't be stealthing at all, because that's not for me. So I just try to reach the center of what I would guess the center of the storm as a blizzard as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, probably not expecting to have to be in very like chill temperatures. Kian will like briefly think about turning into something that is more suited for this kind of weather, but then not because he doesn't know what he's going to face and he wants to hold on to his wild shapes for now.
That's
Do I see or hear anything in the storm?
hmm.
Do I like see or hear anything or anyone, or is it just kind of snow?
Right now it is just snow. As you are pushing farther into it, as you progress into the storm, the snow does start to become denser and denser, and there is a more noticeable temperature drop. After probably about a couple minutes journey inwards, it's not quite blizzard level yet, but it's pretty much a raging snowstorm.
Okay. Once I get in that far, because I'm intrigued as to what's actually going on here, I will cast Protection from Energy on myself for cold resistance and
Okay.
just start to press in a little bit deeper.
Okay. And would take me a hot minute to would Devona also press forward then?
Yeah.
All right. As you are both pressing forward, both of you can make perception checks. There will be slightly different DCs because Devona's not trying to hide in any way, shape, or form.
Nope. So how do I roll?
Oh yeah, if you just go to your character sheet, in your skill section, just click perception.
Right.
Okay. Since it isn't quite blizzard level yet, it is a snowstorm, but it's not impeding vision at the moment. You both notice heading towards the center of this another figure. Devona, you notice a wood elf, an elven figure, seemingly approaching, and you notice, Kian, a half elf in heavy armor, also pushing forward towards the center of the storm.
I don't know what it's like in this world, but like half elves and elves, do they generally have good relationships, or is it like kind of like, oh, you're only like a half breed kind of thing?
It actually very much depends on the area they're from. Generally speaking, though, there's not much tensions between them. The primary racial tension is between elves and humans.
Okay.
So we're good with both elves and humans? Or
Well, that's up to you.
I'll just kind of like slightly wave to try and get Devona's attention.
so do I see him? Or
You do, yeah.
I do. I guess I would cautiously approach him, trying to like assess his intention.
I'll probably do about the same. And I'll kind of give Devona a look up, eyes probably lingering just for a little bit on, which I assume is probably like a great sword or a long sword or something similar.
A halberd.
Oh, okay. And then just kind of like greet you in Elvish and say, I didn't expect to see anybody in these ruins, let alone in this storm. How did you make your way here, traveler?
I just saw a blizzard in a tropical place and I thought I'd go investigate.
So you don't know what's causing it either?
Nope, no idea.
If you'd like, both of you can make a roll to see if you would know of anything that would cause something like this. It can pretty much be any role that you think would be suitable, but most likely Arcana, Nature check, or something else if you can make an argument for it. But those would probably be the primary ones.
Well, I guess I'll try for nature. Yep.
As far as you know, this could be entirely natural with that roll. With that roll at the Arcana, you don't know of anything specifically that would cause something like this, but you do know of magical creatures or other entities that could change weather. So it seems like that might be something in the realm. Oftentimes, they are not pleasant creatures, often in the realms of fiends and undead. But yeah.
Okay. Which should probably fit with all the undead that I've seen around here.
Yes, most likely.
I'll just kind of nod in towards like deeper in towards the blizzard as it gets thicker, and say I can't be certain, but I have a feeling this might be some kind of restless spirit. Probably best that we not venture too much further without better understanding of what's going on.
Well, there is an elven. Did you say it was an elven wooden elf that I saw? Aside from.
No, that's him.
Just him. Okay. Kian, right?
Yeah.
So. Alright. So. Yeah, I guess we should be a bit careful, but not linger too long. Like, I want to go to the action.
Have we seen like any tracks or evidence of disturbance around here?
I mean, it's a blizzard.
Yeah,
I
there are
don't
even
see.
if you would possibly see tracks through the snow at this point, but there are an absence of any tracks,
Right.
which seems strange.
I'll just look at Devona and kind of shrug and say, strange places make for strange bedfellows. Do you want to go deeper or seek shelter?
Yep, I'm just gonna go deeper. I just continue on to the center of the blizzard.
I'll just kind of shake my head and I'll cast Long Strider on myself as well, and then trail along behind her.
Okay. As you do push farther in, once it starts to get a little more blizzard-like, it does become difficult terrain. Just as a note, so your move speed is halved.
Actually, as a land druid, I'm not affected by difficult
You are
terrain.
not, but
So I'm just dragging behind.
unless he's keeping pace with you, yes.
I'll keep pace. I'm not gonna like walk ahead of her.
Okay. Okay, so at this point, cutting back, Sarlin, August, and Oof, your current plan was to just go outside, I believe.
Yeah, just head over here, I think, to see if we can find and confront Creep.
Okay. So you're all heading that way then?
Yep.
I
Okay. Sarlin, you're taking the lead, I presume?
As I am the fastest, I figure yes.
Okay. As you do start to get a little closer, 3 spears again sail towards your direction.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the first 2 hit. I'm gonna missile catch the first one, or deflect it, I should say. That's 9? Is that 9 damage?
To do quick maths. 9 plus 14, 20, something like plus the other damage would be.
Oh, do I take 1d6 plus 1d8?
Oh yeah, you take both the damage.
Oh shit. That's not normal spear.
should we go back inside?
Can I reduce the damage of the second one because of my barbarian ability? Because
Yes, you could.
all right, yeah, I'll go and do that. There you go, 10 damage reduction.
So total that was 9 plus 12, 1 plus 13, another 12, 2. So you take 12 points of damage. As those, like I said, as those spears sailed out towards you.
At this point, I'm going to take off a dead run in the direction of the spear. The direction that the spear came from, I should say. And I'm going to spend a key point to do Step of the Wind so that I can dash as a bonus action. And I'm going to dash as my action as well. So that's a total difficult terrain. That's total movement speed per round of 75 feet. So I'm going to move all the way off the map, if necessary.
You don't have to go that far.
Until I run into whatever the thing is.
When you
So
get to
normal move
about
first.
here, you do see 3 figures, and I'll put them about.
What kind of damage was the secondary damage, by the way?
It is just a flat damage bonus. Technically magical damage.
So it's not like cold or anything. Cool.
No. You see 3 orc figures in the middle of this blizzard, but you do not spot the Wendigo. And we are in combat, so everybody can roll initiative. I will clear this turn order. Sorry, yeah. I'll add you back. Turn. If both Sam and John, if you'd both like to roll initiative as well.
Sure.
Sure.
Just have a sense of where you'll be at in the order and all that.
So same, I just clicked on initiative.
Yeah. And if you could both put your tokens on the map. Add yours over here.
Wow. Initiative of 3. Nice.
Top tier. Starting strong.
That's typical of my initiative roll. I'm not sure what this 15's about.
Well, gotta roll good someday, right?
I guess.
Okay. So yeah, we are in combat, and Sarlin, you are up first.
Did I actually have to have a chance to use that key point, or is it on?
I'd say it's on.
Sorry, I said gone, not on. Is it,
Oh. You can technically, since combat just began, and we'll say the turn order is starting now, you can use it if you would have liked to. Would you? But
no, because I was expecting it to be running away. I was expecting the Wendigo, not these guys. So I wouldn't have used it at that point. Cool. But I will head over straight to the closest one and just start pummeling away at him. Oh, sorry, that's supposed to be. No, that's a 9. Ah, 2 natural. And an offhand striker for a 17.
The 17 will hit.
That is 9 points of bludgeoning.
All right, so as you do hit in to this one, it is able to dodge your first 2 strikes, but you are able to land your third in.
And I'll shout back to my allies that they're it's orcs of some sort. Aren't you, you ugly bastard? By the way, is Sir Hammett with us, or is he not partaking?
He's a little behind right now.
Cool. And that's my turn.
Okay, that's Oof, you're up.
I am going to pull out my gun, load it, and fire on the
you cannot see any of those orcs.
I can't see them.
They're too far away, and there's a raging blizzard. You have visibility to about 15 feet.
Yeah. To 15 feet. All right. So can I move so far and then shoot them?
Yes, you can.
So if I move to like right.
But you can only move half speed right now because it's difficult terrain.
What is my speed? 30 feet?
30 feet your full movement, so 15 is your half movement.
So that will put me right there? Is that what that says?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to move. Well, yes, if I can grab my character, I'm going to move to right there. And then...
You do not see anyone, but you do see the sounds of combat, and Sarlin did call them out. You could still make an attack. It will just be at disadvantage.
All right. I'm gonna yell out for Sarlin to duck. Get down, Sarlin. And I am going to attempt to shoot in his direction and hopefully not hit him.
Okay, go for it.
Let's see here. Disadvantage.
All right, as you do fire out, you are able to kind of pinpoint a general direction that you think the enemy are in, because you can hear some sounds of combat at this point. But it does not seem that you connected.
Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna call it a day.
Reload, I presume.
Of course.
Okay. August, you're up.
Hearing the sounds of combat, August will run forward. Yeah, that should be in range to see. Yeah, this one then. 15 feet. Yeah. He's gonna throw a javelin at it.
Okay. That will not hit.
All right. That. Oh, I think I get 2 attacks, don't I? Yeah, I do. All right, I'm gonna throw another javelin then.
Okay. That will hit. For 8 points of damage.
Yes.
All right. Anything else on your turn? As the first javelin does sail over the head, but the second one does land straight in his chest. It seems to be a pretty solid hit.
No, it's my turn.
Okay. Okay, so Kian, you are up. In the distance, you hear some shouting. You can't quite make it out, and a rather loud explosive sound.
Yeah, guns probably aren't very prevalent in this world, right?
No, they are not.
So I probably think I just heard like a thunder wave spell or an explosive or something.
That would be much closer to what you would be used to sound wise.
Okay.
Yes.
How far away am I from the source of the sound?
At this point, you guys are probably around about 30 feet out or so from where the combat is happening right now.
I will. I'll just sprint up then, and I'll kind of like turn to Devona, and just kind of like clench my teeth a little bit, like kind of regretting having to leave her, but knowing that like the snow will slow her down and time is of the essence right now. And I'll just kind of scream out as I go by, yell if you need help, and then I'll just like actually move unimpeded until I get into line of sight for these orcs people.
Okay. Yeah, when you get to about 15 feet out, you can kind of see the image of an orcish figure seemingly fighting some kind of elf who seems to just be punching it.
Okay. These orc fellows, do they look very kind, or like how do I feel about orcs in general?
In your experience in the world, generally speaking, orcs are not viewed as particularly friendly, and you probably had some bad run-ins with them. They raid a lot on convoys, that kind of thing.
Okay. I still don't know if this elf fellow is a nice guy, so I'm gonna play it safe, and I'll just light up one of my hands with produce flame and hurl a ball of fire at him.
At the orc or at Sarlin?
The orc.
Just clarifying. Okay, go for it. That will hit.
Alright, 8 fire damage.
All right. As you, like you said, light up your fist, you shoot out a small flame out at this orc. It seems to kind of call out in surprise, suddenly being hit in the back by fire. Sarlin, you do see you don't see the source of it, but you do see a bolt of fire just randomly hit this orc in the back, and it scream out in pain.
I'm gonna assume that that's a good thing. But random sources of fire in the middle of a blizzard is just like, what? So don't have time to process at the moment.
I'll use what remains of my movement to head down this way a little bit.
Okay. With that injury, at this point, Sarlin, you would see the wood elf figure in the blizzard at the edge of your view, coming around the orc.
Does it look familiar? Like any of the wood elves any of the elves I say we've seen before from the village or anything?
It's hard to make out. You see a figure more than anything right now,
Sure.
but it's hard to make out who this is.
Okay.
Does that end your turn?
I'll use my bonus action to cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff, and that'll be it for me.
Okay, fair enough. All right, it is now the orcs go. What do they want to do? It's always a good question. All right. The orc that's just you've been punching and is now slightly flaming in the back, turns towards you, Sarlin, and just utters one word: "Flee." You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 18.
Okay. You do make it, but for whatever reason, you seemingly have to shake off an urge to listen to what it just told you.
Does it speak it? Does it say it in common?
It did say it in common.
Interesting. Okay.
The other orc that is near you will attempt to hit you with his spear now.
That will miss.
Okay. And then the third orc, seeing you approach, Sarlin, will throw out his spear at you.
And that will miss as well.
That was against August, sorry, but I
Oh,
presume
okay,
that
sorry.
I presume that will miss.
Yeah, that'll still miss.
Okay, that will end their turns. Okay. You're up, Devona.
So I'll go forward till I see something.
All right.
Like-
When you get to, you could probably with your movement get to about here, since you're about 15 feet out from there. When you get to about here, you do see two orcs. One seemingly, both of them seem to be in combat with something, but you can't make out the figure they're in combat with. But you do see the two orcs there.
So I go 5 feet further and attack with my halberd against the orc. So how do I do that?
Sorry. So what exactly are you trying to do?
I'll move within 10 feet of the orc.
Okay.
So I can hit him with my halberd. Can I just roll it? Sure.
Yeah, you can just click the halberd that in your attacks, and it should do the roll. Yep. As you do swing your halberd behind him, it does go a little bit wide. The blizzard kind of throwing your balance a little bit off, and it does not connect.
That's fine. I'll do it again.
Okay.
Okay.
That will hit.
That will definitely hit. So.
And now you can just click halberd on the chat log, and it should pop up the damage for you below the rolls.
Yep. So 9 slashing. And I guess I'll follow up with the bonus action.
Okay, yeah.
with the back of the halberd. What is that? Do I have it anywhere? So
So you're using the feet, right?
yep. Where is it? Polar Master. So it's 1d4 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, you still have to just make an attack roll with it.
Okay, so same.
It should be the same roll as the thing. The damage will be different though.
Yeah.
So you could just make another halberd attack. Yeah, that will hit. The damage though will not be your halberd damage, sadly. That would just be since it is a crit, it'll double the attack die. So if you could just roll 2d4,
2d4
plus plus your strength. So same thing as before. So it should just be 2d4 plus 5. Okay.
13. So that was better than with the back, better than with the actual. That's nice.
Yes, as you do swing in with the final with the back end of the halberd, this orc seems to be in pretty bad shape. He looks pretty wounded. Would that end your turn?
Yep. I think so.
Okay, Sarlin. This orc that you've been fighting in front of you has now taken a fireball to the back, as well as a swing from a halberd. You don't see the. You do see the source. It's hard to make out. Obviously, you're in active combat with this orc, but there does seem to be some kind of maybe half elf standing behind this orc with a halberd, attacking it in heavy armor.
This place is getting weirdo by the moment. But they don't seem to be on the orc side, so let's roll with it for now. So I will attack the orc. 21 for 8 bludgeoning, and if he's still standing, I'll do that. No, yeah, I'll just throw another bonus action offhand. Oh, and miss again.
Okay, but the 8 damage to this one does drop it.
Oh, it does drop it. Oh, okay. In that case, I will just take a step up here to engage the other one, and that's the end of my turn.
All right. Oof, you're up.
All right, here. Does that say 15?
That says 10.
That's I'm really far away from the guys. So I'm gonna move over. Let's see here. And does that say 10 as well? Yeah, I'm gonna pretend that's at 10. All right, here.
It did say 10. Yes.
Okay. Now I can see this fella, right?
Yes, you can actually see Sarlin surrounded by 2 orcs. August below you, but that's about it.
All right. I'm going to shoot at that fella right there.
Okay.
Sarlin, you might want to duck again in case I go a little
If you can't hit it from 5 feet away, I'm just not
you never know. Here we go.
It does miss.
So
just barely, though. It kind of glances off a piece of his armor.
Okay. I'm going to reload and just see what happens next.
Good strategy. Okay, August, you're up.
All right, August will approach, and he's going to be like, man, I have no idea why you guys decided to attack us. But I'm glad you did. I've been tired of this monster. And he's gonna rage.
Okay.
And he's gonna grapple the one next to him.
Seems about usual, yep.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh,
Make
that's
It
some,
can challenge that roll, though.
yeah, some bad rolls. Yeah.
Yeah, you aren't able to grapple. It's able to break free of your grasp.
Yeah, well, he's gonna grapple again then.
Okay.
Yeah, oh.
It can't challenge that one, though, so
Yeah.
it is grappled.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay.
Which one did you grapple?
The one right that you try to shoot. This one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're up.
All right, I will. I'll just jump forward a little bit so I can keep line of sight on these guys as they go down. I'll look over at Devona and like give her a thumbs up that she managed to join the fray. And actually, you know what? We're all getting into melee. I want to be part of the fun. I'll actually run right up to this guy and
Okay.
whack him with my quarterstaff.
Go for it. That will hit.
All right, 12 bludgeoning damage. Magical, if it matters, because I got shillelagh up.
You do indeed. It does not seem to matter, but your hit goes through.
And I'll also kind of turn towards the monk and just kind of like give him an eyebrow raise and say, is he an elf or a half elf?
He's a wood elf. Yeah.
Okay. I'll say in Elvish then, oh, what the hell's going on here?
Who
Okay.
the fuck are you?
A good question.
Kind of busy right now.
Okay. It is the orc's turn then. Does that end your turn? Sorry.
Yep, that's it for me.
They're not like their position. All right. The one that you're grappling will turn to you and turn to you, August, and say one word: flee. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Okay. On your next turn, you have to listen to that command. The other orc will swing it at you, Sarlin.
Yeah.
Okay. And he does 16 points of damage as he pierces into you. As he does, you do notice, similar to like when the spear hit you before, there's the initial piercing, and then you feel some kind of hard to place exactly, but some kind of evil or magical presence like infiltrate your body, and that does the rest of the damage.
Okay.
That will end their turns, though. So, Devona, you are up.
So I'll just attack. My hold on.
Okay,
That
as you do swing in,
misses.
that will miss. Yeah, it goes a little
Yeah.
wide again.
So do that again.
That will hit. For 11 points of damage.
Yeah. And is it still standing?
It is still standing.
So I'll do a bonus there.
That will also hit.
Okay. So 1
1d4 plus 5.
six.
Okay. Still standing, but it does seem a little weak. Will that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Sarlin, you are up. The one that you're fighting is now being attacked by these two other figures yet again.
I will keep up on it with 2 more attacks. Both of these are non-lethal. They do nothing. Take one
Okay.
alive. for 14 points of damage. Is it still standing?
Yes.
That's fine.
You could probably guess the health of it.
Oh, it's 1 hit point again, isn't it?
Oh,
That's a running theme for it. Okay, I will flurry of use a key
Was
point.
very non-lethal.
Yeah, a key point to do flurry of blows. So I'll throw another strike at it
That will hit.
and knock him unconscious. And then my final one goes to the one that is he still grappled by?
Technically, yes.
yeah, because
I have advantage.
It has not been his turn yet, so he hasn't had to listen to the command.
So then 9 points damage to the other guy, and then I'll just shout, "This one's unconscious. Let's take him prisoner. Kill that guy." And just look at that guy like, sorry, but and that's the end of my turn. Oh,
Okay, Oof, you're up.
All right. Well, you say he's still grappled by August?
Yes.
All right. I don't know that it would be wise to shoot. with August
Technically you
grappling him.
can. You have sharpshooter anyways. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, which has been so good so far. All right, so we'll go ahead and try that.
Okay.
you could make non-sharpshooter shots. You wouldn't have to minus.
See here. We'll just
Well,
do
I
it.
generally assume he's making non-sharpshooter shots, but yes.
All right.
Oh,
now
okay.
we are
I
going to
just
do a
meant the
sharpshooter
passive
shot.
where that just will, if you just take 5 off the roll you make and add 10 damage.
All right. Yeah.
You do have advantage on this attack, so it wouldn't be a bad time to use, but
All right. Yeah, we're going to do that.
okay, then attack with advantage. Yeah, you miss.
oh wow.
It goes sailing into the air, far above his head.
I give up.
And reload, I presume.
Yeah.
Okay, August, you're up.
Yeah, and I get to run away.
Yeah, you have to fulfill the command as best as possible.
Yeah, about that. Can I just take him with me? Can I just hold on to him? Because he did say what to flee from.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the implication of it would be that you'd flee from him, so you probably wouldn't keep him with you.
Okay, just making sure. Because that would be a bit funny to me. But, yeah. Alright.
It will make an opportunity attack against you. As you do, leave.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. That hits for 13 points of damage, 6 piercing, 7 magical. So.
Alright, I think the piercing is halved. Because
the piercing is halved, yes.
Alright, so yeah, I take 10 damage then.
Alright. Kian, you're up.
Yeah, so this fight's getting weirder. There's this guy who just keeps pulling a trigger and making loud noises to no effect. Somebody rushed up and gave some dude a hug, and then decided he didn't want to give him a hug anymore. So I'm just gonna stick with my friend, the paladin, and
that you just
and move
met.
up here. I just met, yep. Who I trust more than these people. And I'll make another shillelagh attack on this guy.
Okay. Yeah, I'll hit.
Just 7 points of bludgeoning damage then.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Look very confused, but otherwise that's it for me.
That is fair.
Actually,
Now-
I'll move up here slightly so that Devona can get a better shot at him.
Fair enough, fair enough. Seeing this battle not going super well, I'm gonna pull out the same trick. And this orc will turn to you, Sarlin, and command you to flee. So wisdom save.
Oh, not so
Yeah, you
advantage.
do not make it. Unless you had advantage for some reason.
Nope.
Okay. I didn't think so. So on your next turn, you feel compelled to follow through with that order. It will then move up as well. But that will end its turn. And you are up.
So seeing one of them fleeing, I'll go after it. Go here. And I'll attack.
Okay. That will miss. It swings wide.
Okay. Second one.
That will also go wide.
So I don't do anything. I just that's my turn.
Okay. Sarlin, you're up.
So I just does this thing constitute me being charmed or frightened in any way? By that
No,
spell?
not technically.
So I have to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet. And that's all I can do. Unless I don't have to dash or anything, do I? I just
No.
run normally. That's cool.
You can just
Yeah.
you just have to use your action, basically, to follow through the command.
Okay. Yep. So that's the only thing I can do, unfortunately. That's my turn.
Okay. Oof, you're up.
All right. Can I see this guy?
That one's
He is unconscious on the ground.
Oh,
you
he's
can see
already
him
unconscious.
though.
All right. So let's see here. Can I
You
see
could
that
probably
guy?
hit the unconscious guy though if you wanted to try.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
That'll be the one time you crit. It'll be good. You can see him, yes.
All right. Well, we're gonna try this again.
Okay.
18. Does that hit?
That will hit. That will hit.
Alrighty then.
Okay. And suddenly, as you again hear this loud boom go off, there seems to be kind of a sudden impact where the orc is standing, as well as kind of this thunderous energy, and he collapses onto the ground.
Woohoo! Yay! Give me! I hit one! All right. I don't think we're out of the woods yet, though, guys.
No, they're not all dead or unconscious.
They're all dead or unconscious.
But we are in the middle of a blizzard.
You're all
But
in the middle of a
combat is
blizzard.
over, right?
Combat is for now over, yes.
Cool. I will walk back up to my unconscious orc and then look at the new people and go, "Hi there. Are you really wandering around in the middle of a blizzard in a haunted undead elven ruin?"
I just grip my quarterstaff a little bit tighter.
This is exactly my kind of places.
I'm just trying to establish whether or not it's safe to be around you before we go any further. Because we're not in this situation willingly, and if you are, that says things about you.
So I just I'll pull out my necklace with the symbol of Pelor, and I guess since he's pretty known god, they should recognize it. And I say, I'm a servant of Pelor.
Okay,
you can trust me.
I'm going to reserve judgment on actually trusting you, but that does explain why you're here. And I assume this is your friend?
Oh no, we just met. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So seriously, so you were both just wandering around in an undead infested elven ruin. You decided to walk into the random localized blizzard completely independently of one another.
Yep.
And I'll
That sounds
stop
enough.
poking holes in the plot.
Not at all.
Well,
Well,
hi. Shall we go in out of the blizzard now? And we can continue talking.
who are you? Why were you fighting
Again,
and then ran away?
Let's have this conversation out of the blizzard.
Oh,
Right. Can we deal with the orc first?
Yes. August, could you give me a hand with this fellow?
Yeah, yep.
Let's drag him back into our little building over there. Where I think we made a fire and stuff, so that should be. So can we drag him in his unconscious form over to where we were?
Yeah. As you do start to drag the body away, though, 5 spears come sailing through the blizzard.
Oh, never mind. I don't move anywhere.
Really?
Are they all aimed at me?
No, they're all aimed at the orc.
Oh shit. Okay.
And he is unconscious, so they're all at advantage.
But he's prone, so it should be straight.
Yeah, that is true. So the 16 will hit.
Can I deflect the 16? Am I able to do that?
Yeah,
deflect
that
still?
reduces the damage, right?
I can catch it if I reduce it to 0.
All right, I'll put out the damage then.
Oh, I might be able to catch that. And
Yeah.
I do. I'll catch the spear. August, cover the prisoner with your body.
Yeah.
They might be responsible for the blizzard. I want to interrogate him.
Oh, I know. Yeah, August is gonna just like try to have this person like away, pretty much just trying to drag him away.
Yeah.
And you're all heading back to the building then?
Yeah, I'm helping August. I'm not very strong, but I'm helping.
All right. I would say then there would be one more round of spears flying in before you can get to the back to the safety
Okay.
of the building. August, are you trying to take all of these hits?
I'll actually before that happens, seeing like that stuff, like these what are they called, spears coming out.
Mhm.
I will put out my hand and say a word in Druidic and call up the spirits of this storm to deflect us from the arrows and spears and create a wind wall.
Yeah. Could you just put up the text for the spell?
Sure.
I will get used to all the spells in time, but we haven't had a druid in the party in us.
That's not the text. That's the damage. I'm not actually hurting them.
Yes, you are being attacked by your wind wall. Surprise.
So arrows, bolts, and other ordinary projectiles launched at targets behind the wall are deflected upward and automatically miss.
Okay. You do see another rain of spears coming in, but they are all deflected by this wind wall. And you are able to make it back to the building with the orc in tow.
Success. And it's a shame that Daryl's not here to have his rope fetish moment. But can we use some rope to tie up the orc?
You can, yes.
And whilst we wait for him to come back to consciousness, once all that's done and we're like situated, and assuming there aren't a horde of orcs chasing us into the building.
There's nothing following you as far as you can tell.
Okay, cool.
Since I don't want to lose any time, I think I'll dump 1 hit point into the orc.
Wait, don't touch my prisoner. Stay away from my prisoner, please. I have not established your bona fides yet.
She touches it and puts 1 hit point with lay on hands, right?
Yep.
And it does suddenly come back to life after it's been tied up and immediately
Right.
tries to...
Can I punch him back into unconscious?
Sure, you can punch him back into unconsciousness. If
Like, can you back up, please, Miss Paylor, until we've introduced ourselves.
I don't think she's Miss Paler. Miss Paler would be like Paler's wife. And that would make sense.
I know, but that's my point. I still don't know who you are, and I don't want this orc awake until we're ready for him to be awake. Thank you very much.
Sure, whatever.
Okay.
I mean,
Right,
he's
so
awake
who are
now.
Yeah, technically, you can make an unarmed attack. You can make an attack, like a fist attack, with advantage because he's tied up. It will most likely make him unconscious again.
Oh, so me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You're the one trying to punch the prisoner.
That's
That'll hit. Yes, and yes, he's
Unconscious.
unconscious again.
So who are you guys?
I'm Devona.
You can call me Kian. Who the hell are you, and why are you guys here? Also, do we see another person as we enter this building?
Yeah. Sorry. In the building, there is a elf, dressed like a wizard, I guess. As close as you can imagine. There is also a large looming figure in the corner, who has not talked yet and was not outside. He looks. It is in the NPCs. It is Imperial Knight Hammett.
Imperial Knight Hammett.
Yeah, it should be in your
am-
NPCs.
I am Darlin. This is Oof, August, Alice, and this is Imperial Knight Hammett. I'll wait and see if Imperial Knight Hammett wants to say anything.
He doesn't really even move at all when you mention him.
Cool.
Is he undead too?
Oh. I'll wait and see if Imperial Knight Hammett kills him for that insult.
He does not. He again barely moves.
I'm
Getting some real mountain that walks vibes here.
He's a very important person.
Yeah, and she's Paler's wife. I gotcha.
Can you stop saying that?
Anyway, thank you so much for your assistance just now with the orcs. But, as I said, we're not in the middle of this blizzard by choice. And I kind of want to know more about the kind of people who would, I get the paladin thing, but you don't seem to be paladin. So why are you wandering into a blizzard alone in an undead infested ruin?
You know, why would anybody do that kind of thing? I'm just
that is exactly my question. Generally, you wouldn't. So
I heard some rumors about this place, and I thought it might have some information that I've been looking for. It was a little more treacherous and hazardous than I anticipated. I thought the rumors about the undead were just legends.
That explains why you're in the ruin. Is Arjor around at all?
You have not seen him probably for a good day now.
What kind of stuff are you looking for? We found a whole bunch of weird stuff, including some sort of strange spirit thing that's not an undead, but seems to be like a magical. I don't know. Alice understands what he is. Anything in particular you're looking for? We may have found something useful for you.
Oh, I mean, do you have any? Like, do you have books or texts or tomes or things?
Yeah, we found a couple different kinds.
Kian will immediately just kind of like move towards wherever he thinks that person is and try and like find those books.
I'm just patting my satchel where the book is.
Oh, would you mind?
I kind of would until I know exactly what you want and what you look. Don't generally hand over ancient magical secrets of stuff to people I've just met.
Just knowledge about the body and taking care of it, how to use natural energies to purge disease and poison.
Oh, that's not mystical or anything. I can do that, or at least I will be able to. That's really easy. You're just talking about ki.
I don't know that word, but yeah, sure.
It's the natural magic of the body that you exactly what you just described it almost perfectly.
Are you? I'll say something in Druidic and just say like, are you a Druid?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I look very confused, but just shrug and say, was there anything about that, the stuff you just talked about in those books?
Do you speak Ancient Elven?
I don't know. Do I speak Ancient Elven?
Most likely no, unless you've studied it extensively.
I speak Sylvan, if that counts.
I don't believe it does.
It does not, but if you do look at the book, you might have some other clues into it. But
Yeah, if you let me like look at a page or something, I might recognize.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't taken the book out.
Okay, I'll just shrug then. I'll say, no, I don't.
I like. You're a nice person, but I'm not going to show you my secret magic book. Yeah.
Oh,
I have
sorry.
secret magic.
So we've moved from it being a secret magic book to it being.
Sorry.
It's
It's not a. Sorry, not. It's not a secret magic. I'm not going to show you the random magic book until I'm like. I'm just sort of trying to find out more information.
Okay. Why are you guys here and being chased by orc shaman and a weird blizzard? I think that might cause more suspicion.
I have no idea about. We didn't know there were orc shamans, if that is indeed what they are. But the blizzard, until about 2 minutes ago, I thought was the Wendigo.
Wendigo.
The Wendigo, yes.
Right.
He ate me, you see, and now he wants to eat me again.
He ate you?
Yes.
Yeah, he died for a bit there. It was pretty bad.
It's not really.
Right.
It's shit happens.
Yeah, but I mean, when you die, that's usually a thing. That's usually a sign that things are going bad.
Wait,
I mean,
how did you come back to life?
I'm immortal.
What?
It's not that complicated a concept. There's lots of immortal.
he thinks he's immortal.
Yeah.
Explanation of that.
Out of character, yeah, I'm not really immortal. In character,
No,
I
but
just
you
tell
said
people I'm
it
immortal.
with perfect certainty, so like, there's no way to tell that you're lying because you're not lying. So Kian will just look at you, try to decide whether you're like some kind of ancient mystic who's learned like the secrets of divinity, or just.
I did just tell you that I know the secrets of.
I know. I was just like, it's piling up the evidence in your favor.
Right.
Yeah.
Devona has completely the opposite reaction and kind of looking very suspiciously at you right now. Cause,
I mean, I die.
you know,
I get quote unquote, like I do air quotes, killed pretty frequently. It's a minor inconvenience. You just come back. You just walk back to your body. It's not that hard. Anyone can do it.
but that's cheating death.
Not really. I mean, I'm not my body. I am my soul. So my soul, that is me, just walks through the world back to my body when someone kills me.
Right.
You see some pretty cool stuff on the way. Like you see some of the heavens, you see some of the hells, you see some like weird stuff beyond the realms of sanity. It's kind of fun.
I'll just kind of like look at Devona and look back at Sarlin.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sarlin, and like kind of say in a lower voice to Devona, is he undead?
I
Do you
guess
think everyone's undead? You know, I'm standing like 2 feet away from you. I can hear you.
can I tell if he's undead or not?
Yes, technically you can, right? Because you have what's it's called?
Divine sense.
Yes, divine sense.
I guess I'll use it just to make sure.
Okay. Okay. So as you reach out,
Am I actually considered undead?
no, you aren't.
That would be new information for me. So.
As you do reach out, it has a 60-foot reach, right? Yeah.
30, I think.
Okay. As you do
Don't
reach
go through
out,
walls and stuff though.
yeah, I can't go through walls. So pretty much everyone just in this room, you do not detect the presence of anything.
Oh, right, 60.
You do not detect the presence of any fiend, undead, or
Undead.
celestial in this room. No.
Okay. So I relax, let go of my necklace, and just kind of let go of the my hand, like was reaching a little bit for my halberd, just as much.
As Devona relaxes, Kian will also relax just a little bit. Still kind of has his hand on his quarterstaff though, kind of like looking at everyone.
Yeah, and as you are all talking, you hear a loud bang on the door outside.
This
It continues.
just ignore it.
Yes, if we are, it'll go away, right?
Well, no, but I mean, like, it's clearly not coming in, and if it comes in, that's what we want. So,
Can it not enter?
the Wendigo?
Is that what it is that's trying to get in?
My divine sense lasts until the end of my next turn. I don't know if that counts right here, but if whatever is knocking at the door is a celestial fiend or undead, I should be able to tell.
It doesn't go through walls and doors and stuff.
Yeah, you'd have to look out the window,
right.
which is the same as just looking out the window, but basically
So
at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, you can if you'd like.
Go look out the window.
Sure, I'll look out the window. What do I see?
There's nothing at the door where the banging just occurred, but you do detect some kind of fiendish presence.
Fiendish.
Mm-hmm.
And is the Wendigo a fiendish creature?
To your knowledge, about the Wendigo and the or kind of myths around them, if anything, they'd probably be more undead.
Right. So I'll back. I'll get back from the window and I'll tell the group that I don't think that's the Wendigo. That's definitely a fiend of some kind.
It's the Night Hag! Bitch is finally here! No, legitimately, it's the Night Hag. She's finally bloody here. Oh, well, that saves us another trip.
There's a Wendigo and orcs and blizzards and night hag. What the hell is
Yeah, that's the reason we originally came here, is we were chasing the Night Hag.
Yeah, you should have met the nightmares.
He's an elf, he doesn't sleep. But yeah, that's the reason we're originally here, is because we were chasing a Night Hag. She came back here, well, at least we believe she came back here. This is supposedly she makes her lair somewhere here. Well, she's been knocking on the. If it's been her knocking on the door the whole time, she's just been banging on the door for ages. We can finish our conversation and interrogate the orc, and then we can deal with her. So I feel like I've been talking for a long time. August, have you got any questions for these people?
I've got all sorts of questions for both of them. Where are they from? Where have they been? Who have they met? What languages do they speak? Have you seen my parents there?
Well, by all means, ask away then.
Yeah, I mean, don't talk at once, everyone. I keep wanting to call you Cyan, but I know that's not right. Cyan, like pepper.
Kian.
Kian, okay.
Kian.
Kian, I'm gonna have to remember that. Kian, okay. Kian, yes. Where?
Pardon?
You just
Where
cut
are
out
you-
something.
Oh, where are you from, Kian?
I don't know where I'm from because I don't know a lot about the world.
That's understandable. I'm trying to learn as much about the world.
But yes, most likely there are several wood elf communities in the southwestern part of the continent. There are also some wood elf communities in the north, but they're very remote and virtually unknown to most of civilization.
We
Right,
might
I'm
have
from
to
the
have a
south.
long talk.
So you probably would come from the same area vaguely that Starlin would have come from.
Okay.
Probably not
So
like the same tribes or anything.
I don't come from anywhere because I come from a traveling group of troubadours.
Yeah, fair enough.
What
Just to make
is
life
that
difficult.
thing that you were using in the fight? Is that some kind of like signaling horn or something?
Are you talking to me still?
Yeah.
You mean my thunder cannon?
You know what?
That's the thunder cannon. You know, it's
Oh.
it shoots out projectiles and
And warns other people of danger?
sure, yeah, it does that too.
Okay.
Yeah, but I wouldn't stand on the pointy end.
Are
How
you
are
sure?
you? Yeah.
It didn't seem like it had a lot.
Well, you know what? I've blown it up a couple times, so it probably needs a little bit more tuning.
Ian takes a step back.
So yeah. Huh? And young lady, what was your name again?
Devona.
Devona. Yes. And where are you from?
I guess I'm from a big city.
Okay. Okay.
Big human city.
Human city. All right. Okay. We might have to talk later.
Sure.
It's been a while since I've had contact with full-blooded humans, so you know, if you can tell me about some recently, that'd be great.
How long have you been?
You know that like most of the people in our organization are human, right? Oof.
Of course, but you know, it can be confusing sometimes.
You know that Hammett alleges that he's human too.
He's not human. There's no way.
You know that I'm human,
behind
right?
you.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Hi, humans.
I'm not a human.
Oh, I know you're not a human. You're a something else for sure.
Half elf.
Half elf.
Yep.
Half elf from a big city of humans.
Yep.
Well, one of these days I'll get things straight, but you know, probably won't be today.
That's fine.
And what
Can
about
we
you?
now go back to the important stuff?
This is the important stuff. What are you talking about?
Is
I think
it
she means our
though?
unconscious
Is
friend.
it? Yep.
I mean, your stranger is standing in our camp. I consider that pretty important.
Yes,
but
but
if you-
I
if
think
you
we
ref-
could deal with the bigger threat first.
I mean, do you mean the orc, or do you mean the night hag, or do you mean the Wendigo?
I thought you wanted to interrogate about the Wendigo or the
I don't. Well,
hag.
I don't know if the orcs have anything to do with the Wendigo, but I want to know what they're doing and why they attack. Beyond them just being, you know, nasty people.
Sure, then go ahead, ask away.
Before I do, I'm going to heal myself a little bit. Hit points.
Oh, well, yeah. Is everybody okay? Does everybody look like they're like hurt or anything like that?
I'm actually down quite a of 28 hit points, but more than a third of my health. I'm just going to heal myself up a little bit.
Yeah, this does count as obviously a short rest
20.
if you want to use dice or anything.
Oh, I'll do that instead. 1, 2. Oh, nice. Holy
Oh
shit.
wow!
Wow.
Okay, I'm good. I'm completely healed. Actually, that's not true. I'm still missing 1 hit point. I'm good with that. That's good. That works for me. Saves my wholeness of body until later. But yes, Devona, you are right. We should something that would extricate us from this situation.
I don't know much about you, of course. I'm addressing Devona, but I've heard some paladins are capable of forcing people to only speak true things. Are you capable of that?
I don't know. Did I put that in my prepared spells? Let's see.
I don't even know if you can cast it. I just know that cleric-y and paladin-y types sometimes get access to Zone of Truth.
Okay, so here's the thing. I only chose 7 prepared spell. I'm counting right now, and I missed 1. Do I put it or do I forget it until the next long rest?
It's fine. I mean, obviously new and all that, so I think it'd be fine if you wanted to include that as one of your prepared spells for today.
Sure. So
So you're casting Zone of Truth then?
oh right, Zone of Truth.
Yeah. Okay, so you casted that. So just mark off 1 level 2 spell.
Okay, so let's wake up the prisoner.
How are you waking him up?
As she is so keen to do it earlier, I'll let Devona do the order.
Sure, why not? I mean, it's not like I didn't do it before. I'll
Oh, you
dump
weren't
1
ready.
hit point into it.
Okay, again, he wakes up with the start, although this time a little more cautiously after being punched unconscious last time.
Oh, you speak common. Give him a sort of a nudge with my foot. You speak common, yes?
Yeah.
Lovely. What are you doing wandering around in a blizzard in an undead-infested ruin?
By the way, since in the spell, you know he failed his saving throw.
Right. So I guess
So
I'll walk up to him, grab him by the cuff of his robes, I guess.
Okay.
Lift him up to my face, shake him a little bit, and just tell him, talk to me, or you're not gonna talk again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna intimidate him.
Yes, you can make an intimidation roll. Okay. Kind of looks you over, surveys the situation. You all, if our God has his way, you will all be dead by tomorrow. So I see no reason to talk to you.
Would any of us know who his god is?
Who's your god?
Very direct. Kind of looks over to you. We do not speak his name, especially with scum like you.
Is it Wendigo? Is that your god's name? Just, maybe.
I don't think so.
Is the Wendigo yours?
He doesn't answer.
Are you responsible for the blizzard?
No, we have no control over such matters.
Hmm. Well, that just confirms that the Wendigo is for the blizzard.
Do you know where the hag is?
I don't know what.
Right. And you say tomorrow is when we all die, right? Just so I can put my affairs in order, you see.
We will
due
not-
tomorrow.
We will not stop coming for you. He wants your blood.
Mine specifically, or all of us?
No answer.
Wait, are you their god? I'll look at Sarlin.
I mean, I might fit the criteria. I don't know. I don't know much about Orcish gods. Am I your god? That would be interesting.
You are scum, that is all.
I don't suppose anybody's got any kind of magic that just makes him answer questions at the same time as making him tell the truth.
Nope.
Alashay, do you have any magic that might help?
Alice looks through her spell book real quick.
Oh, she's got some interesting stuff. She can be first or something.
She does not.
I actually have a spell that might work.
By all means, I mean, he's saying that we're all going to be dead by tomorrow. I kind of like to know what the deal with that is.
It won't work on him, but I can try and divine an answer from the old faith.
Oh. That. What?
I don't know if you would understand, but I can try and get us an answer potentially.
I mean, okay.
I can see you're skeptical. I'll just give it a try.
I mean, you said you had something that would help, and with what I'm talking about to make this guy talk, and then you say, I just like, do you need bits of him to do it? Or
No, it won't make him talk. I just might be able to know something about what he's talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, by all means.
Okay. I'll just briefly go back outside and grab one of the bodies of one of the fallen orcs,
Oh,
and then I will start using his entrails to cast divination as a ritual.
As he's walking outside, I'll grab his hand and ask him why he's going outside.
I need an offering. The old faith is very very basic. Blood, bone. Those are the mediums.
We do have a live one here.
Do you want to? I don't know if do we want to kill him so quickly?
no,
Well,
what?
he's
You're not killing. Excuse me. This is my prisoner, not yours. Don't you dare try and kill my prisoner, or I will put you back out into the cold.
He's clearly not talking. At least
Again,
way
my
could be
prisoner,
used.
not yours. I'll decide when we're finished interrogating him. Thank you.
Sure, if you want him to go out and speared to death, I guess.
I have no idea what he's doing, but you know, where I'm from, we don't just murder prisoners to get their entrails. I can't say I'm an expert on Paylor, but I never heard any priest of his mention anything about that either.
I'm not a priest of Paylor though.
No, I'm doing, but she is.
Oh yes. No, she's Miss Paylor. She can do
I'm
whatever
not
she
a
wants.
priestess. I'm a paladin. There's a difference.
Don't you guys have to take like vows to not murder people and stuff?
No, I took vows to murder evil things. This is an evil thing. I don't care what
mean-
happens to it.
He's not a good. I mean, he's clearly a bad guy. I agree, but he's also wounded and defenseless at our mercy. I'm kind of like, if you want to
And
like
you're gonna
execute
release him later?
No. I'm saying if you want to like execute him later, that's fine. I'm just not in favor of literally ripping his guts out to use as fuel for some sort of ritual.
Well, he's gonna kill him first,
seems like
and then
quite
use his
That
entrails.
seems like quite literally the things that the bad guys do, almost like verbatim out of the bad guy playbook.
Yeah.
Does it have to be his entrails that you need?
I mean, not necessarily explicitly his entrails. I guess it could be his heart, but it's got to be a vital organ.
An organ.
What sort of old ritual? Like, are you like what? I mean, what? This is human. You're literally talking about humanoid sacrifice right now, and that's kind of creeping me out.
I was happy just getting the body of one of the dead ones. It doesn't have to be a living individual.
I mean, it kind of.
Why don't we take out one of his eyeballs? That's kind of an organ.
Oof, Jesus.
Oh wow. Listen. Let's take it back a notch. Why don't you just go get the organs from one of the dead ones, and we'll start torturing one.
I'm not saying that he should walk out into the blizzard alone either. That seems like a really good way to get killed, as we know that there are a whole bunch of orcs out there already, and the Night Hag and the Wendigo.
I will go with him and offer him my protection.
Same objection.
Can the other guy come with me instead?
Who's the other guy in this situation?
The much larger barbarian.
All right. Yeah, I mean, August will go out with you.
Fine, I'll stay here.
I'm gonna at this point, can I turn back to the orc and be like, so you realize that I literally just saved you from being part of a humanoid sacrifice ritual, right? That's got to be worth something. Come on. What's the deal about us all dying tomorrow? If we're all going to die tomorrow, it hardly matters.
You could make a persuasion roll.
Minus one of my charisma stuff. Persuasion. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Zero.
Yeah.
There was a price to immortality, children. This is it.
Can I touch the and cast Identify and see?
So, what are you trying to do?
See if
Cast
he's under. Cast Identify and see if he's under.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's a part of the Identify spell. You can see if something's under the effects of any kind of spells.
Yeah.
All right, here.
All right. There does not seem to be a specific spell it's under, but you do detect some kind of, again, probably similar to something Sarlin felt, some kind of evil magical presence inside of him, but it's not like a spell or anything, but I'd say that's within the reach of the spell.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you two are outside, going for one of the bodies.
Yep.
Imperial Knight Hamlet, do you perhaps know of any enhanced interrogation techniques that could be used on this orc?
You were just chastising us about being the bad guy.
I was chastising human sacrifice.
So human
Yeah.
sacrifice is, but torture definitely a go.
Nobody said torture. What is wrong with you? Who said torture? I said enhanced
Well-
interrogation. Like
dude,
sleep
we're not-
deprivation, you know? But like more immediate.
We really have the time for that.
for more immediate. Okay.
Don't let him take a nap.
If
I'm really freaked out by this paladin right now, who alleges that she's a paladin of a good god, but is totally kosher with human sacrifice and torture.
It
And
is sacrifice.
beg pardon, humanoid sacrifice.
Evil. He's evil. I don't care about evil.
I'm pretty sure the active humanoid sacrifice is evil, regardless of what kind of humanoid you use.
Think of it as
We're gonna kill him anyways.
under her
At least-
oath, it's completely fine. So
I mean, it still seems like a horrible thing when you think.
Yeah, no, I'm not disputing that she's like not allowed to. I'm just saying like she seems totally sketchy to me, and just
I guess yeah, it would be.
but part of the oath is no mercy for the wicked.
yeah.
So, she's
Yeah, I really
pretty
don't care
kosher-
about.
She's pretty
Like,
kosher
if
with
you
that.
want, like, if you want to like this is incorrect. If you want to, once we're finished with him, if you want to, you know, take him outside and behead him in a at least approaching humane manner, that's your business. But like talking about ripping out his entrails or tearing out his
That's what
heart,
was.
I'm kind of like,
What?
I'm not. Like,
Wait a
I'm not-
minute.
I don't roll that way.
Look, I was gonna kill him first before letting him using his interest.
I'm not. It's not really that fussed about the order in which you do it. It's more the fact that you're literally doing something that is in the top 5 list of most evil things to do. Period.
So your problem is that you don't want us to desecrate a body, but that's okay because we're exactly gonna do that.
What? No.
We're gonna bring back a body and his entrails. What's the difference between using?
If you want to get philosophical about it, my objection is to killing somebody for the express purpose of using their bits to fuel a magical ritual. Because I'm not an expert about magic, but there's no scenario ever that I am aware of where that is not an evil act. If you kill those guys we killed in fair combat, this guy is a prisoner. He's obviously a bad guy. I fully accept we can't just let him go. If you want to dispose of him, again, totally fine with that. It's the chaining of the things together and the specific desire to use another living being's bits, to kill another living being, specifically to use their bits to conduct weird, what sounds like really dark magic. If you're like, anytime you add like blood to magical stuff, always seems kind of sketchy to me. Like, certainly, like I'm not a spellcaster. Like, all the magical stuff I know is, like, as I said, like the magic of the inner body and ki. But certainly, like, from all the stories I know and all the tales that I've heard and retold sometimes myself, all the evil wizards use, you know, hearts and entrails and like bits of brain and eyeball stuff. They don't use flowers and fresh cut grass and, you know, bits of copper.
Sure.
That's where my objection comes.
Right.
Anyway, I think at this point it's probably safe to say, unless anybody else disagrees with me, that yeah, we probably have pumped this up for as much information as we're going to get from him.
But yeah,
Sorry,
Imperial
go on.
Knight Hammett will take a step at this point, clear his throat, pull out his sword, place it at the very tip of the orc's neck, and just kind of turns his head slightly. Talk or I slit your throat. And he'll make an intimidation check at advantage. His intimidation checks have advantage. Not that he has great charisma, but
Ooh.
His face.
Oh, we've never seen his face. He never takes off his helmet.
he has not taken off his armor once when he's been with you.
just sleeping?
He doesn't eat, he doesn't drink, he doesn't sleep, he doesn't
Oh,
use the
God.
bathroom. Seriously, we've tried.
Told you it wasn't human.
At which point, York kind of glances around nervously, eye to eye. He's like, fine, I'll speak, but can you promise at least not to use my corpse for fucking in-trail sacrifice?
See, even the orc thinks that's too far. I will happily promise on behalf of the group we will not use your entrails to fuel any weird dark ritual.
Sure.
No guarantees on your heart, though.
He kind of slowly, dejectedly looks down to the ground, but seems to realize the situation, at least in part. We are a clan here in these ruins. And you were all intended for a ritual sacrifice.
See, evil ritual sacrifice uses humanoid.
But we still don't know why you're here, but doesn't matter much. And anyways, the Wendigo that you're trying so hard to find or kill or whatever is unkillable. You have no hope.
That seems unlikely as it fled from us the time we fought it.
Is
Things don't...
the zone of truth still active?
I would say it's probably at the cusp of it. When he did say that, it was still active though.
So he does believe that the Wendigo is unkillable.
Yes.
See, wasn't that so much easier? You could have just saved us all this huge argument. You wouldn't have had to spend your last few minutes witnessing this weird...
Halfway through you
argument
talking, Hammett slits his throat. We've heard what we need.
I agree, but you've got blood all over the camp, and we could have just taken him outside. It would have... You know what? I'm good. Now.
Meanwhile, sorry.
Yeah.
Outside.
I've been talking too much. Need to break.
So what exactly are you attempting to do outside?
Just grab the body.
And drag it back?
Yep, that's why I asked for the big strong doof.
Yeah, how heavy is the body?
It's pretty heavy. I mean, with both of you, though, it probably isn't too hard of a task. Although, as you are dragging it, you can probably expect what will happen.
Oh yeah. Wait, so
That's why I want
pounds? Like, how heavy is it?
It is dead weight. He probably weighs close to 300 pounds.
Can I stick my head out the door and say, "Hey guys, we don't"?
It might. I mean, they'd probably already be there, and there's a raging blizzard outside. You'd have to yell, but they might be able to hear you.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna yell as loud as I can.
And what are you trying to say?
Hey, come on back. We don't need another body in here.
Yes, we do. You're not using this one. I promise.
You said we wouldn't use his entrails.
You knew what I meant.
I'm one with
They're already there.
But yes, you could both make perception checks to see if you can hear him, August and Kian. Okay. August, you just hear raging wind around you. Kian, you do hear Oof, though, scream out from the the shop that they're holed up in.
I mean, are we already where we are on the map right now? Because if we're
Pretty
already
much.
here, we might as well just grab the body and bring it with us.
Fair enough. So you're dragging the body back then?
Mm-hmm.
Right. As you are dragging back, 5 spears do shoot out from the blizzard in your direction, 3 towards August and 2 towards you. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I mean, I kind of expected this. Is it okay if I said I preemptively put up another wind wall?
Oh, yeah, that's probably fine, yeah.
Okay.
If you want to expend, yeah. Then
Yeah.
another slot, yeah. You could put up another wind wall. Where are you placing it? Just out of curiosity.
Like around here.
Okay. As you are dragging it back, 1 spear will get through then.
Okay.
Aimed at me?
Yeah, of course. You're the big barbarian.
Yeah, just making sure.
But it does miss. The rest hit into the wall again and seem to just reflect off. And you are able to drag the corpse back to the house. Or the shop, I guess.
Just what we need, another orc corpse.
When you do enter, you do see the fallen body with its neck slit laying on the ground in the center of the room.
So did we get any information then?
Yeah, we actually don't need you to do this anymore because the guy told us what was happening tomorrow, which was actually not that the god was going to kill us. It's just that they were going to use us as sacrifices in a ritual.
Well, he's. I already did all that work.
What work? You went outside. August dragged a body. You just walked 30 feet.
God protected us from spears.
Well, if you really want to do your ritual, you could ask how you can kill the Wendigo, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right.
I'd like the blizzard to stop at some point.
I'm gonna take my notebook out and take notes on this ritual.
Okay.
August,
yeah.
Could you give me a hand throwing the other orc's corpse out the window?
Yep.
I think 1 orc corpse per room is sufficient.
So what exactly are you doing then, Kian?
I'm gonna cast divination as a ritual.
Okay.
So the reason I needed the body is because I need a sacrifice worth 25 gold pieces appropriate to my religion. Technically, my religion is nature and the old faith, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So I figured a humanoid body would be okay for that.
Most likely, yes.
Okay.
Very old faith, but yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just kind of start ritually almost doing a what's called an autopsy, and just remove each organ individually and kind of go over them, lay them out in a kind of sacrificial way, and then once I'm done the 10 minutes, I'll ask a question.
Okay. Is there anything anyone besides Oof taking notes that anyone would like to do in the next 10 minutes?
I mean, yeah, August throws out the other body.
Okay.
I'd also like to get something to eat in real life.
Okay, we can take a 5-minute break then.
All right.
And come back with the ritual finished.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, we'll be back in 5.
Okay, back.
Test us.
Okay, I'm back.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Oh boy.
Where do you put Jinx during the games?
He's in my room. Why?
Well, I just never notice him when you're DMing.
He's normally pretty quiet.
I'm back.
Okie doke.
Who's normally pretty quiet, sorry?
Oh, my dog.
I'm back.
Hey.
I'm back.
Just looking at me. He normally calms down pretty quick. He does not like him initially when I'm talking. Not to him, but he calms down pretty quickly. Yeah. Okay. Is John here? Back, I guess. Don't think so. So we can just wait a little longer then.
While we're waiting, can we talk about the 2 items that I can choose from?
Mm-hmm.
So, for the Lassiter's Convictus,
Mm-hmm.
is it every time that I take the advantage on saving throw, I take 1d4 psychic damage?
Yeah, basically.
And for the circlets of ending, does it negate the whole attack or just the additional,
It negates the entire attack.
the entire attack? What's the EC for the chainmail again?
Your armor currently is 16.
So it would just add the
Magical property, yeah. But it is not heavy armor technically, so you would not have disadvantage on stealth.
hmm. I'm kind of really unsure.
Let me see. If I can pull it up. Let me get the full thingies for both of those items, just so you have that as well. And maybe that will help make some decision. No. And then and
Hey, Connor, are you having a fight with some dishes?
No, not a fight per se. I'm just trying not to. Well, actually, no. Yeah, that's probably fair. I'm eating chicken satay from leftover Chinese I had yesterday, but because I'm trying not to get peanut sauce all over my hands, so I can just keep taking notes. I'm using a knife and fork to cut it off the skewer.
Oh, well, it sounds very tasty.
It is, even if it is slightly fiddly cutting it off. It was stupid. I was just trying to save time, but it would have been faster to just eat it and then go and wash my.
Yeah, you're probably right. Meanwhile, here I am settling for peanut butter and crackers.
That's why I always order too much Chinese food whenever I order Chinese. This is why I have leftovers. Pick up the next day.
Yeah, come to America where you'll get served 4 meals of Chinese in one order.
something like that.
John, did you make it back yet?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. We'll start in just a second then. So let me just finish sending this. Oh, sorry, I didn't copy the first part. I'll just repost that.
You have lots of snow up north, John?
Yeah, recently we've been having real bad snowstorms. Power almost went out around Christmas because of all the high winds and snow.
I do not envy you.
Yeah, no, definitely don't. It is very cold here and very windy.
What's temperature today?
I think it's like probably won't mean a lot to you Americans, but it's like -10, -12.
Okay, that's pretty chilly. It was about -18 here the other day. That's pretty cold for this time of year for us.
Okay. So yeah, so that's some more info. Hopefully that can be somewhat helpful, Sam.
Yep.
Right. I think everyone's back, so we can pick it back up. So you have completed your ritual that Silent does not approve of. That's fine. What would you be asking?
So if I'm on the affirmative here, like we don't really care about the orcs anymore. We more want to know about how to kill the Wendigo. All right, I'll take silence as yes.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I will finish kind of laying out the body of the orc, pulling out the entrails, and like kind of ritually placing them around him in certain diagrams I've noted onto the ground. And then, like as the final moment, I'll take out the heart and kind of hold it in my hand, allowing the blood to drip a little bit, and focus, drawing the vital energy from the body to fuel contact with like the more primordial and morbid parts of nature. And as I do, the body kind of like very quickly desiccates and like shrivels up and turns to ash in my hand, and I assume I will ask my question to the old faith and the powers of ancient nature and ask how to kill the Wendigo.
Okay. Seems reasonable. As you do kind of pose this question, you hear a voice kind of call back from the void, so to speak, the natural void, I guess. While it is not mortal, it can be killed. Although magic may be less useful than you think. And that's the response you get back.
So it is not mortal, but it can be killed, but magic will be less useful than I think. Okay. Something. So Keenan will probably kind of come out of his trance in that moment and kind of look up and say, "It's hazy. I didn't figure out something directly. I don't know if this creature has like a bane or something similar, but the orc was mistaken. This isn't a mortal creature, but it is certainly it can be destroyed. And apparently magic is not the means to do so, or it will be less effective against this creature."
Okay. So
what do we do now?
chop it up, burn the bits, scatter the ashes to the four winds. That kind of deal.
Yeah, I think so. That's also how I definitely will dispose of you if I ever have to kill you.
Okay. We met like 30 minutes ago, and so far you've conducted a dark ritual and threatened to kill me.
I don't think that's any less worse than anything you've said.
Like what?
I'll just leave it at that. When we went outside, though, there were more spears. I think there are more people watching this place. I don't think we can just wait it out.
Well, has the knocking come back?
It's been silent for a good while now.
And the blizzard's as strong as ever?
Doesn't seem to have faded in this time.
I think, I mean, call me crazy, but I think waiting it out actually might be the right plan. Because the orcs are talking about we'd all die tomorrow, so maybe there's like a time pressure for that ritual. So if we just sit here for 24 hours, they'll have to come in and get us, so we don't have to worry about wandering out, fighting into the blizzard. We know the night hag, well, we strongly believe that the night hag is out there, and we know that the Wendigo So unless we plan to move again, at which point I'm sure the Wendigo will just chase us. I don't really know what our other options are.
At this point, just as a note, it is getting into the evening.
I'll shrug.
This place is relatively warm with the fire, and so far nothing has seemed to want to come in and get us. So it seems like as good a place to camp as anyone. We know that we're surrounded.
It's up to y'all. What's your plan?
If we do camp here, someone should probably keep an eye on me and Noof.
Yes. We'll have to wake you up again to check.
Does
Well,
the half-elf sleep as well?
I think half elves do.
Yeah, half elves sleep.
Yeah, I think they do. Right?
We'll have to wake you up as well.
Yeah.
Wait, you're a wood elf, right?
Me, yeah.
So between the two of us, we should be able to just do a shift of one
Yeah, that's what we've
sleeping
been
and the other.
doing. Me and Hammett doesn't sleep, so
He kind of just turns his head towards you again with a slight grunt. Mostly annoyance, it seems like.
I mean, come on, Imperial Knight Hammett. Like, let's just have this out right now. Would you mind taking off your helmet?
I see no reason to.
Because you say that you're human, but all the evidence suggests that you're not. Because we've never seen you sleep, eat.
And last time I checked, you're my subordinate. So maybe keep it that way.
I concur,
Well, I certainly am not your subordinate. So,
Yeah, but you're still a fucking paladin. I don't give a fuck about you.
wow.
I mean,
You're-
is this Orthan Republic territory now, or is it still like not?
Orthan probably thinks so, yes.
Actually, you kind of are his subordinate, at least in the sense of he's in charge around here.
He is
Can
one of the
I-
highest ranking officials in the Orthan Republic.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
But can you what? Sorry.
I was gonna ask if I can insight check him.
Yeah, what would you be insight checking him on?
Like, if he was here really for good intentions.
I mean, you have to insight check probably one of his statements that he's made, especially since you cannot see his face.
Right.
But you could insight his remarks about about paladins if you'd like, or something else.
I guess when he responded to the not taking his mask off.
Okay. Yeah, you can make an insight check then. Yeah, just click insight on your thingy skills.
Right. Never mind.
He is a man of mystery.
Does his name like ring a bell? Like, is his name like a one that is known? Like, is he like a public figure?
If you've been in the area or have tales of Orthan, you probably would have heard of him. He's quite famous for slaying several prominent fiends in his history. That's how he got the nickname Fiend Slayer. He's also
so
slayed several prominent demons.
yeah, he can kill the Hemehig then. Perfect.
That's why he's here, yeah.
Right. I don't really care about your helmet. I'm more curious about your sword. You're the only one who could harm that golem earlier.
Seems to be true enough.
So, what exactly is that sword?
kind of lifts it up again and like kind of slightly rubs it with his gauntlet hand, whatever. It's nothing too special, although I do prize it quite dearly. It is made of pure adamantanium, which I believe is why I could hurt it.
Wow.
This sword has come in quite handy in many situations.
Yeah, I could definitely see why.
Can it kill a Wendigo?
You can kill about anything I wanted to.
Well,
Right. No, go ahead.
so what's our plan of action? Are we going to try and wait them out or do something else?
I think waiting them out's pretty much all we can do right now. As much as I loathe to be a sitting duck.
I prefer to think of it as laying in wait.
So laying in wait then.
Sounds like it.
Okay. Then yeah, you can kind of set up camp, pull out whatever sleeping arrangements that you have, that kind of thing. Kind of get yourself as comfortable as you can inside a ruined storefront. Are you sleeping on the first floor or the second floor?
Second floor.
Yeah,
Where
that's
we
fine.
set up the fire, I think. So I'll take the first 4-hour watch.
So the double watch then?
Yeah.
Is everyone else sleeping then?
Yeah.
But... Okay, so you're all set up upstairs, sleeping with the presumption that at some point while they're sleeping, you're going to attempt to wake them.
After 2 hours, I'm going to wait.
Okay. You can make a perception check for your first 2 hours before waking them.
Okay.
Again, obviously, there's a still blizzard outside.
Yeah.
You noticed that pretty well the entire time. With that roll, though, you do hear some of those footsteps again, and the banging has resumed. It's not as constant now. It's every 10 minutes or so, but it is still pretty present constantly.
Okay. And the door itself, does the door seem to be okay? Like, it doesn't seem like anyone's succeeding in battering it down.
The door seems completely unaffected every time you've looked at it, and this has been going on for quite a while at this point.
Yeah, that's right. I thought it was a Wendigo doing an illusion. Okay. Okay, in that case, I'll wake up the sleeping humans and half-elf. I assume Hammer is awake.
He's off in a corner, kind of posted up, like laying down, but like half propping his body against the wall. You can't tell if he's awake or not.
I'll check him first. Like, Imperial Knight Hammer, are you awake?
I am now.
This is why people are suspicious about you being human. But okay. No nightmares, though, I assume, from the night Hammer.
Just the usual. So no.
Okay. I'll do August and Oof.
Okay, you wake both of them up.
No nightmares?
Neither of you've experienced any nightmares.
All right.
And then Devona.
No nightmares?
No. Unless you just have those on your own, but no,
Yeah.
otherwise.
I probably have a little bit of a nightmare issue, but
Nothing horrifying in nature, probably.
yeah.
Okay. I'll let them all get back to sleep. On the second 2-hour stretch, I'm going to read my book.
All right. Since you are concentrating on that, you can still make a perception check for this part of your watch, but it will be at disadvantage.
Yep. 8.
There's a blizzard.
Yep.
That's about all you notice during this part of your watch.
Look, it's more important.
Well, for you anyways.
Mhm.
Okay. But your 2 hours do pass. Nothing occurs. The usual blizzard banging is occurring still. About at the same pace. Not much has changed in that regard. But your 2 hours just pass.
I'll check the humans again.
They all, again, have no change. There have been no
Okay.
nightmares or anything.
And
So unless they're
then,
reporting their dream journal to you.
then I'll let Kian take over.
Okay. If he's not back yet, we can just say Alice took over.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think he's back yet. I presume not. I'm presuming he'd say something. Probably. So we'll just say Alice took over then, unless one of the humans take watch. You could for 2 hours. Or half elf. So anyone else could take watch for 2 hours and still get a long rest as well if you prefer. No, everyone prefers sleeping? Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
So Alice will take over then for the second part of the watch, which should be fine. I guess I'll roll their perception check for the first part. I'll just do both right now, just so I have them both on the table. Cool. Very perceptive for once, I'll say. I like it. Let me see something real quick. Okay. Okay, yeah. During the first part of the watch, the banging does intensify quite rapidly to probably once every couple of minutes again. Alice seems a little perturbed by this, so when she does wake up the rest of the humans again to check on you all for the nightmares, she does inform you that the banging has become much more intensified.
Yeah, I'll just probably check the door.
Okay. Is anyone joining him?
Yeah, I'll join him.
Yep, me too.
All right,
Nope.
he was like, fuck it, I'm going back to sleep. I don't, technically, I guess, I mean, the only thing with you, Soylent, is I don't know if you can't really get interrupted in your 4 hours at this point, though, because you took a 4-hour break, like a 4-hour watch. So it's up to you. But you do risk not finishing a long rest if you go down.
Okay, yeah, I won't go down unless, something actually breaks out.
Fair enough. So August and then it's just August and Devona both go down. What are you doing downstairs?
I just walk straight up to the door and open it.
It is completely boarded up.
Oh, right.
Has
Alright,
been
then
this
yeah.
entire time.
Yeah, I forgot, to be honest. Yeah, then I look out a window.
All right, and Devona?
I'm right beside him.
Okay. As you do look out, you can make a perception check if you like. Both of you, if you're both looking out. Okay. You both look over at the door. Again, there's a blizzard, but you can pretty much see that it does not seem to be anyone at the door. But the second both of you do poke your heads out, 6 spears come shooting through the window.
Yeah.
They're not nice people. I'll just say 3 for each. First 3 for against you, August.
Oh, wow, yeah, those all hit.
All right. You take a lot of damage, but
David.
10 plus 11 is 21, half 10. So 11 points of damage, half did the piercing damage.
No halving, because I'm not
you're not-
raging.
Oh, then you just take this full damage.
I
11
take the full
plus
damage.
11 is 22, plus 11 is 33, plus 13. You take 46 points of damage
Oh wow.
as 3 spears come flying in at your face. The second, almost wrong page. The second 3 are against you, Devona.
Yep.
Which do the 23 and 24 hit, I presume?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You take a little bit less damage. You take 19 points of damage as 2 spears hit into you, but one kind of ends up hitting against the window and sticking against the outer wall.
Okay.
I presume you do not keep your faces poked out the window.
No.
Nope.
But yes, what would you like to do after being assaulted by a spear volley?
So, where did the spears land? Like, could I keep one essentially?
Oh yeah, they all landed into your body.
Okay, just because he said face, and I was like, well, that could be like a glancing blow.
No,
But I
I
also
mean
took
they
a bunch
probably
of damage.
mostly hit your torso.
Okay.
One probably glanced off, the 19, but the rest are like stuck in you right now.
Yeah, I guess I'm keeping those then. I'm just keeping those. Probably not in me, but yeah,
Yes, I presume you pulled them out, but
yeah, I'll keep those spears.
okay. But yes, what would you like to do, Devona?
Yeah, same. Just take them out of whatever area of my body they're stuck in and just pile them up.
Okay. So you would have 3 August and you would have 2 Devona, unless you're going to try to risk getting the one that's stuck outside.
Nope.
What would you like to do? Are you going to stay downstairs, go back upstairs?
Yeah. After that,
Go back
August.
up, I think.
Yeah, August is gonna go back and rest.
Yeah, me
As
too.
you two do come back, Hammett kind of turns his head slightly when you enter and says, what happened to you guys?
Rude house guests.
You know, just more orcs, I guess.
Hmm. Probably should watch out for those.
Probably.
Their patterns don't seem to change much. Primitive. They'll probably continue these attacks. So just keep your head down.
Yeah.
But yeah, then are you going to wake anyone else with your spear wounds, or just try to go back to to sleep?
Yeah, just gonna go back to sleep.
Yeah, gonna go back to sleep.
Okay. We could slightly. Okay, so you're back then, John.
Yeah.
All right. Ted, we'll just say you were on the first watch. Slightly retcon briefly, but
Okay.
that's fine. I just put Alice there just in case you weren't back. But basically, you heard an intensifying of the banging, and when you woke the 2 humans and the half elf, you reported them. August and Devona both went down to check, and both got a face full of spears when they put their heads out the window.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And it is your but yeah, so you are now on the second half of your watch. So if you wanted to make a perception check. Okay. Like Sarlin, you do sense here side. You also hear several, again, Sarlin heard this as well, but you can hear several sets of footsteps in the snow outside, seemingly kind of going back and forth outside of this building that you're in.
Okay. How many hours till dawn, roughly?
Well, they just took 6 spears to the face, so you could probably guess there's at least 6 of them down there. But the sets of footsteps seem to come in threes. It seems like it might be, given the spacing and whatnot, it might be some kind of patrol or something.
Okay. And how much longer till morning?
2 hours, basically. This is like
Okay.
the final stretch of the watch.
All right. I'll just stay vigilant.
Okay. So yeah, after 2 hours passes, everyone has finished their long rest, and is awake and ready again.
Okay. No more nightmares? Anybody? Nobody heard any?
There has been no nightmares.
I don't sleep, so.
You do not.
Blizzard still raging.
It is still raging. Eyes on the prize, it seems.
Right.
And as you might suspect at this point, there might be some kind of time that requirement that they're going for, possible.
Yeah. Well, so should we just keep killing for the day? Just, if they're on a time crunch, make them come in and get us.
Yeah.
Because that's to our advantage. We've got supplies for at least a little while longer. So. Who wants a game of cards?
I got some dice.
Those sound good. A little mood music to get us.
So bagpipes are going.
Yep.
Okay. Seems reasonable. So are you all just waiting it out still then?
I guess we are.
Come and get me, Wendigo, or Orcs, or Night Hag. All
Okay.
this squarely in their court.
So, just a question. After a long rest, do we get everything back?
Lucas is gone. Yes, you do. Yeah, you get all your hit points, all your hit die. For you, you'd also get Channel Divinity, any spell slots.
Right.
of final things, make it a little more finalized of an ending for everybody, kind of plans of action, and then probably just shift over to XP for everybody, if that works.
Yeah, sure.
I know someone's fried rice is waiting, but okay. So yeah, so like I think I was saying before I started talking to no one, it took me a hot minute to realize like if no one was just responding to me or if I was just like talking into the void. So yeah, so you're currently all woken up, etc. With the intention of supposedly waiting it out, but what would you all like to be doing over the course of time as it is passing, if anything?
Bagpipe.
Rolling some dice.
If it gets past like 6 hours or so, I'll probably read my book again, just for the sake of it.
Okay.
I've got an herbalism kit and I'm proficient with it, so I'll probably just start trying to make a healing potion. Probably won't be able to actually make any headway on it, but like just start, getting the little bits together.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I guess I'll just be in the corner, holding my my holy symbol and just praying.
Fair enough. And oof.
Yeah. Am I still asleep? I don't know.
You're awake.
Oh, am I awake? Okay. I'm currently trying to figure out how to get rid of this migraine. So, yeah.
Fair
That's
enough.
what I'm doing.
And are all of you still upstairs then in the room?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, me too.
Is there anything? Are there any remnants from this building's past still visible inside, like shop?
None of you have done a Skuro scavenging of the first floor yet. There's very little left in these two rooms upstairs, though.
Okay. Oh, I wouldn't mind having a look around.
Okay. So you're gonna investigate the lower, like the first floor?
Yeah.
All right, but everyone else is staying up on the second floor?
Yep.
Seeing him go down, August would probably want to be there in case anything bad happens.
I presume he will not be sticking his head out the window. But...
Not yet.
Okay. Everybody, after probably about 2 or 3 hours pass, so it's starting to get into late morning, early afternoon. It is hard to tell exact time though with the raging blizzard going on. You have not seen sun since you've entered it. Everybody can make a perception check.
Do we have to?
Yes. I know, it's so much work for you, clicking a whole button.
2 buttons, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen those ravens lately?
Anyone being August, the only other person in the room with you, but...
No, I don't think anyone here has.
Have you seen any other humans lately?
I'm looking at one.
So you're using guidance?
Yeah, just because I'm starting to get a little bit lost, and I'm like, I want to see something. So
Fair enough. You are actually the only person that notices this. Everyone else too busy with ravens and human considerations, apparently, or prayer. Likewise, I don't know. Starland, you're too engrossed in your book.
Yep.
But you distinctly hear the sounds of something or someone, more than just one. The sounds of people climbing the walls of the building you're in.
Oh shit!
And-
I will. Oh,
Yeah, it seems to be coming from most directions around the building, and I think we can call it a session there.
Dun dun dun.
I turn to a bird and fly away. Fuck this shit.
Yes. I prefer, like I said, ending where there's a clear direction for the beginning of the next game
Yeah.
instead of sitting at a campfire, but that's fine too. Okay. So then, like Sunny mentioned, I think to both of you, normally we do a brief debrief. That's redundant, but that's fine. Just kind of, generally speaking, it's just going over XP and whatnot that you got. Both of you will just start from the base value of level 8, which I will double check, but if memory serves, which it usually does for these kinds of things, I believe level 8 starts at 34,000. Is that it? But then you can all, for that session, combat that, you all got around 2,500 experience. So you can all add 2,500 points to your experience. Like I said, both you, John, and Sam, you can both start at the base of level 8, so 34,000. Will go to 36,500.
Alright.
I believe everyone else is at a slightly different number.
40,500. Not too far
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
What was it? 42.5?
40,500.
45. Okay. I'm having keyboard difficulties. There we go. Now it's working. My 0 was not typing at all, so I just had 45.
That's it. That's all you got.
Now my 5. There we go.
So it's 36,500 for us? Or 34,000?
36,500, yes.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Okay. And that should just about do us. Hopefully that was good for everybody. I know it was a little slow with the introductions, but I think we've hammered most of that out. Yeah. Hopefully everyone at least had fun, right? And we will be having a session again next week, same time, same place.
Same Discord problems.
He's got no.
But and obviously Daryl will still be gone. I think he comes back mid-January, so in a couple sessions.
Yeah, I think you said 3 weeks, right? So there was last week, this week, and the next week were the ones he's going.
I believe so, although he said he might not make it to the 13th either.
That's right, yeah. Traveling back that weekend.
Yeah, assuming he doesn't get mauled by a giraffe or something while he's gone.
Yes, we can dream. If there are any questions, concerns, thoughts, etc. for me, just let me know and we can work it out. In terms of your items, Sam, you can just figure it out and let me know. And if either of you wanted to work out any backstory stuff more specifically, obviously it was a little rushed for today, but if you wanted to work that out over the next week or so, I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. All right. Yeah, that's it for me. So unless there's anything anyone else has. See you all next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks for a fun session.
Thanks, everybody.
Yep.
See you next week.
See ya.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Have a good one.
Let's see here.
Do you want to just go to a call so it doesn't look like